Hello, my loves. Happy Monday to everybody. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I hope you're ready for this new week. I got a lot of rest. I plan on getting a lot of rest and taking things, the middle path, as they call it in Buddhism, from now on. So I did get a lot of rest this past weekend, and now I feel ready for this week. So I do have a pre-message just of a caution of burnout to everybody, especially if you are someone who is hyper ambitious, or you're always going, or you have a lot of responsibilities or obligations or anything that you need to be taken care of. It's important that you balance the time that you're going hard with the time that you are resting and relaxing and rejuvenating, because I'm seeing a lot of people fall into burnout, and that can look like different things for different people. You could be very irritable, you could be snapping at people, you could be falling asleep at times or in places you should not be falling asleep. You can be getting angry, you can be getting headaches, you can be getting stomach aches, all of this because you're not taking the time to properly rest, right? So it's important. I saw two staffs flew out, or you could be spending too much time with a partner, whether it's your romantic partner, partnership as in a friendship, or someone who you do a creative project with. You could be trying to become partner at a law firm or partner at some kind of a corporate firm, and you feel like, I have to just keep going, I'll sleep when I get there. No, like, you might not make it. So make sure that you are getting your proper rest, okay? So today is February 24th. We're gonna see what the energy of this week looks like, but also remember, these are timeless messages. So whenever this message comes across your screen, it is meant for you. If you are liking these messages, please subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe, like, and share these videos, trying to grow this channel. So I appreciate all of my subscribers. I appreciate those who leave me comments in the comment box below. I really am grateful for you guys. This week I have $50 past life readings. I've been doing them, getting lots of orders for them in the past couple days, well, the past week and a half or so. I've been getting a lot of past life readings, and they've been coming back. You know, people, oh my God, it relates to what I'm going through right now. There's things that are coming up that, you know, that I'm afraid of, that I never spoke to anybody about. So make sure you're figuring out how your past is affecting your present, because a lot of the time those shackles can easily be removed if you know what it is that you're trying to remove. So at least gain the awareness by getting yourself a past life reading. If you would like to book a reading, the information is in the description box about how to book a reading with me. You can also go to my website, www.madebymetools.com, and you can get all the information there as well. So today we're just going to do an open message. We're going to see, like I said, it's a new week, but I'm not going to put any like guidance, like I was thinking first, like, what's holding us back, you know, or what do we need to do to become in alignment. I'm just going to get an open message to see what God has for us, the advice, any possible pitfalls we could avoid. My thumb is getting better. I'm not going to give you a close-up because it still kind of looks like a jawbreaker. You know how it has like the white with like the orange and the red? It's like you can see there's layers missing, but it is getting better, and that's all that matters. Okay, so Spirit, please show me, for the tribe, what messages they need to hear. What advice do they need to hear to navigate their spiritual journey this week? Gift cards also available, just to let you know. Buying a tarot reading as a gift is a wonderful idea. I have those available if you are interested. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty. So, just looking at these, let me just look over. We have a good balance. I see some fire here. I see earth here. I see water here. Only thing I don't see is air, so there may be a lack of communication that we are experiencing. If you are waiting to hear back, like you did a job interview, or you're waiting to hear back about school or something you're trying to get into, it may be a little, because we're still in Mercury retrograde, so it still may be a little bit of a delay with communication. This is also telling you to watch your tongue at this point. I had a little, it was not even a thing, a little, it could have been a thing this weekend with this lady at the spa that I went to, right? And it could have easily turned into like a verbal altercation, but I said it's not even worth it, right? I said I'm gonna maintain my peace in this because it can turn into something like so much bigger, right? So this is the week to kind of like hold your tongue. Not if it's like plaguing you, or if it's making, but if it's something little, if someone cut you off in traffic, if someone cut you in line at the supermarket, if you know someone says something very petty, this is the week to like just watch your lips, because that could turn into something much greater, and you will maintain your peace more by just holding that communication. Traveling also, you know, anything with air, you want to just make sure that, because that's when the Two of Wands that flipped out while I was talking earlier, it's about like getting ready before you going. It can be about getting ready before you're going on a trip. Make sure if you are traveling somewhere, do not wait to the last day to pack. Make sure that, you know, you have a checklist, turn off the gas, make sure the suitcases are by the door, make sure the dog is at the dog babysitter, you know, whatever that may be. Make sure you're dotting all your I's and crossing your T's, and you're also allowing yourself a little extra pocket of time for travel, just in case there is traffic, in case there is any accidents, things like that. Don't just chance it. Like, be prepared is the message here. There's also some people who may be experiencing a lack of creativity or writer's block, like creative block. You're in a position where you have to do something creative and you're feeling a little blocked. That's also Mercury retrograde. I would suggest doing some arts and crafts to help to get that sacral chakra flowing. That may allow you to come up with some more ideas. So whether you're writing or journaling, you could do like jewelry making or dancing. Do something that's creative, and this should help to get that flowing, right? I also noticed we have two queens. We have the Queen of Cups and we have the Queen of Staffs, which would be the Queen of Wands. This deck, just to let you know, is the tarot that I'm using today, is the Tarot of a Moon Garden. It was actually my very first tarot deck that I ever got. I would say that this is an intermediate to master level deck. Even though it was my first deck, I would not recommend this as a first deck for anybody, because you would really have to know like the symbolism in order to understand this. If you want a challenge, this will be a challenge, but this is more, I'm seeing like once you've been reading for a little while, this would be a great deck for you. But I'm noticing two queens. So this is divine feminine energy coming through. Whether you're a man or a woman, you may be tapping into your divine feminine energy. It's Pisces season. We left the best season, which is Aquarius season. We're now into Pisces season. So this is water energy. This is emotional healing. This is crying. This is feeling sad, but it's also that you're purging it so you can feel a lot better. It's spending time near bodies of water to help to clear yourself emotionally. This is also speaking about connecting with the women in your life, whether it is your mother, whether it is your sister, whether it's your girlfriend or your daughter. This is energy of fertility coming in, of sensuality, of sexuality, of nurturing, all of this divine feminine energy. We have a lot of it coming in conjunction with Pisces season. So people might be very emotional, you know, but you have to allow yourself to be emotional. You have to get it out, you know, get that poison out, all right? So the first card we have here is the Queen of Cups. See her? She has her butterfly wings, you know, butterflies being a symbol of change and transformation. The Queen of Cups is like the mother card. It's kind of like a lower form of the Empress, which is the major arcana. This is like the minor arcana form of the Empress. It's speaking about pregnancy. This is a time of great fertility where you are birthing things into your life, whether you're birthing a child, whether you're birthing a new relationship or a new period in a relationship. It could be a plant, it could be a pet, it could be a new job, it could be a business, like starting your own business, especially if it's something that you're passionate about or that you're emotionally connected to. It's about nurturing, spending time with children, especially your own children. Sometimes and you know, there are circumstances where like you have to work to support your family, especially if there's single parents out there, but just and then there's also parents who are trying to like, I want my kid to be in karate, and I want my kid to play violin, and I want this play date and that play date, but also make sure that you're just spending that one-on-one time with your child. You know, sometimes all kids need is to just be like laid up on mommy or daddy's chest, just some like bonding, right? It's not so much like getting them their resume to tip-top shape. It's more about spending the time. It's the experience. Money can't buy experience. And so it's being nurturing. It's also warning people, as I've talked about burnout. You can't, she has a cup in her hand. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Some of you guys are the nurturer in your group of friends or in your family, or the primary nurturer to your children. You cannot pour from an empty cup. If you get drained, completely drained, then you're no good to anybody, all right? You have to make sure that you are replenishing your cup. I mentioned before, I had listened to a video of Michelle Obama talking about how you have to plan your happiness, you know? And I've been doing that. I've been planning things that make me happy. And this has been making me feel replenished, right? So it's time for you guys to plan your happiness. Also plan your relaxation. Plan your naps if you need to. Plan a spa day if you need to. Plan some time to spend with other like-minded women, because this is women energy, so that your cup is also full, all right? Definitely fertility. If you've been having any fertility issues, I'm showing, because I see the moon here, it's reminding me of a moon cycle. I'm showing that if you relax a little bit, it could help you to eat more easily, get pregnant if you're trying to get pregnant, right? Like if you're like, it's been 4 months and you're all stressed out about it, and every time you ovulate you have like a clock and you're like, okay, let's go, and it's more of like a job than it is like an experience and enjoying the experience. I'm showing if you just relax a little bit, you know, you really enjoy it, you enjoy the process more than the outcome, I'm showing you may have some better luck in that arena. So we got the Queen of Cups coming up, and that is followed by the Two of Cups. More butterflies. I love the butterfly imagery in these cards. This is about romance, okay? This is about dating. As I'm having two women on the sides of this, I'm seeing same-sex relationships, especially women, like lesbian couples coming together. Maybe this is your first lesbian experience or your first experience. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. It's first experience with a woman, like you've never been with a woman before. Or maybe this is two women getting married, I'm seeing. It could also be two men, because this is a general reading, but I'm seeing same-sex couples because I'm seeing this on the opposite side of this card. This is speaking about dating. This is going on date night, whether you are married, in a relationship, or single. It's like going out there and dating. If you drink wine, you know, having yourself a glass of wine, some drinks, things like this. It's romance. It's being romantic. It's buying those flowers for your significant other. It's pursuing somebody that you've always wanted to be with. It's sending that DM. It's actually planning a date, not like, oh, you know, it's whatever, when we get together we can figure it out. Like, no, plan a date. We're gonna go to eat, and then we're gonna go sit by the water, then we're gonna go watch this movie, whatever it is. Planning dates. It's being romantic. It's also soulmates coming together. This could be friendship soulmates. This could be, you know, people who feel like brothers and sisters now to you. It could be someone who's a mentor to you or a very close friend that's a soulmate, someone who you have spent past lives with. But this is definitely soulmates, romantic soulmates coming in. The yin to your yang, you know, the alpha to your omega, this kind of a thing. So this is really great energy. It's love. It's finally experiencing love. It's feeling wanted, which is beautiful. It's feeling, you know, like someone is paying attention to you or prioritizing you. So, but there's two cups here, right? So this is making sure that there's a level of reciprocity. You can't be the one doing all the chasing and no one's giving that back to you, or vice versa, okay? Whatever relationships you're entering into, it has to be an equal give and take, okay? Not just take, or give, because that's an easy way for things to become unbalanced and fall apart. But this is dating. This is finding someone who you can really vibe with, and I love that energy. This is falling in love as well. If you've been dating for a while, you're finally realizing, like, you know what? This is not just a thing. Like, I love this person, and I feel like this person loves me. So this is great energy. Wonderful energy. Queen of Staffs, okay? When I see the Queen of Staffs, would be the Queen of Wands, and this deck is called Staffs. She is the shit. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, she's that chick. Like, she's being received. This is like Rihanna This is Rihanna energy, you know. She's being received very well. This is a message of being received well, okay? But the reason that she is received well is because she is confident in who she is. So again, when I'm talking about you, just because it's a queen, I say this because it's a queen, you can be a man and this still applies to you. It's talking about being confident in who you are. And it is your confidence that is attracting other people to you, because if you're shaky, you don't know. You know, people are not going to know about you. But if you know who you are, you know, if you are not, it's not arrogance, it's confidence. It's standing in your abilities. It's more than just her physical looks. She's not sitting up here because she knows she looks good. She does look good. These are attractive people that I'm seeing. You guys are beautiful people, all right? But she also knows she's very intelligent. She also knows she's resourceful. She also knows she's very strong and she's been through shit, so that when life throws her anything, she's not worried. She's like, I'm going to take care of it, just like I took care of it all of those other times. She believes in herself. She's holding a sunflower. Sunflowers are a symbol of faith. It's not only does she have faith that everything will work out and that the universe will meet her halfway, but she has faith in herself. She knows that she can accomplish anything she puts her mind to. This is the kind of brain programming you need to be doing right now. This comes from your solar plexus chakra, right? And I've been seeing that. I had a dream where I was in this yellow when I was in a bikini, I was at a beach party and I was in this yellow bikini with sunflowers all over it, and I had like a yellow nail polish and yellow sarong and everything. And this is telling me that right now you're working on your solar plexus chakra, which is our center of willpower. It's our center of confidence, of going after the things that we want in life. So this is also a good balance between being assertive and being receptive, right? Being like, the pursuer and being the pursued. That's another thing these two cards represent, that balance, all right? She's more letting things, the Queen of Cups is more letting things come to her. The Queen of Wands is more going after what you want. There has to be, and then the Two of Cups being in between, there has to be that balance in any relationship, all right? Where people are complementing each other, all right? This is also saying in the work that you do, you may get public recognition. You may get a certificate at work. You may get a raise. You may get a bonus. You may get a promotion. You may get sent, you may win a contest. I used to work in the server industry at restaurants and stuff, and there was always some kind of contest. You may win, you may be the top seller, and you end up getting a trip, or you end up getting a day off, or you end up getting something, but you're being received very well. Your reputation, what you stand for, people are seeing you as being someone of integrity, a person of honor, right? So this is beautiful, and it's not like you have to try. It's like who you come off as. People are seeing the real you for the real you. So stand in that, like poke your chest out a little bit, hold your head a little bit higher, not thinking that you're better than anybody or worse than anybody, but just knowing that all by yourself, you're that chick or you're that dude, okay? You need to have this energy in order to be successful right now. All right? All right. Another thing you need to be doing, Six of Pentacles, now is the time for generosity. Okay? See those coins? The next time you pass by somebody who is homeless, maybe you want to buy them a meal. Maybe you want to put some money if they have a cup. Maybe you want to take them in a restaurant for a little while just so they can be warm, buy them some tea, coffee, something like that. Or go to the local store and pick them up some toiletries and give it to them. Maybe you want to volunteer at an organization, a foundation, at the library, with children, with animals. Maybe you want to donate your money or donate your time, go to a soup kitchen, anything like that. Whatever you're putting out into the universe is giving back to you tenfold. It's time to be generous, especially if you've been blessed lately, if you've been experiencing prosperity, ease of mind, if you come home to a warm house, if you come home to a roof over your head, if there's food in your pantry, if you're driving a car where you're warm and you see people walking, these are all blessings you need to be aware of, because not everybody has that life. And if you can make a difference in somebody's life, even if it's just one person's life, that's wonderful, okay? It doesn't necessarily mean you have to save the world. If you have the means to do something on a larger scale, do something on a larger scale. But if you have the means to change one person's life, if you can buy the groceries for the person who's in front of you and she doesn't have enough. Or maybe she does have enough, but you just want to buy her groceries. You know, if you want to buy a toy and donate it to your coworker's child because you know your coworker's kind of struggling, anything that you consider to be generous, now is the time to be generous, okay? This is about giving, you know, when you can, how you can, in whichever ways. Some of you are interested in starting nonprofits on a larger scale. You want to do something to help the homeless. You want to do something to help immigration. You want to do something to help climate change, anything involving social justice, LGBTQ plus rights, human rights, anything like that. This is, if you've thought about it, then this is your confirmation that now is the time to do it. There is no time like the present, you know. If not me, then who kind of energy is what's coming through, all right? So be generous with your time. The next message we have is the Death card. Don't get nervous. People get so nervous when they see the Death and the Devil card, which does not mean what they think it means. People don't know anything about tarot sometimes, and they're like, it's evil, it's wrong, it's about death. Like, learn about it first, and then panic if you're still nervous about it. But the Death card is literally about death and rebirth in a metaphorical sense. Like, it's very rare if ever you see the Death card and then like somebody dies, you know, that kind of a thing. This is about speaking about how one door needs to close so that another door can open. You guys and all of us, we're being birthed into a new version of ourselves right now. Okay, we're being upgraded. Think of yourself as a computer. We're being upgraded, right? There's some things that you're going to have to, what is this called? A sickle, I believe. A sickle? I think that's what that's called. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. This guide, death guide, Grim Reaper, if you want to see him as that, you know, this shadowy figure, he is coming to use that sickle to cut away all the loose ends so that you can tie him up and you can move forward, right? He also, if you notice, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, he has a lantern in his hand too, which means he's not just going to close the door and leave you in the dark. He's also providing some illumination to the way to move forward. But this is holding on to things that are just not serving you. Whether this is negative ways of thinking, like you're always saying, oh, it's always going to be this bad. I'm always going to be alone. I'm always going to be hungry. I'm always going to be struggling. This guy is never going to treat me right. I'm always, you know, this catastrophizing mentality. You may have to cut that away. If you doubt your ability to shine, to succeed, you're going to have to cut that away. If you're afraid of abandonment, if you're afraid of failure, if you're afraid of success, if you're afraid of being alone, if you're afraid of, you know, speaking your mind, anything like that, that's going to have to cut away before the new version of you can be born, okay? And that's what this card is really about. For a few of you, because it's a general reading, you may be dealing with a Scorpio who is not like the best in your life. Could be your best friend, could have been your bestie since kindergarten, but she drives you crazy. She's always using up all your stuff. She's always letting you treat her out to dinner, but never, you know, reciprocate that energy. Every time that you get into any kind of altercation or he said, she said, it's because she said it, you know, then you may need to cut her away. You know, this is, the Death card is hard just because the things you usually have to cut away are things you're emotionally attached to or things that provide you some kind of a comfort. And so to cut it off, it's like you would feel like you're cutting off your own limb, you know? But trust me, the light, the lantern in this card symbolizes that better lies ahead. All right, don't be afraid of what you've lost. My friend Natalie, she put up a post on Facebook, and it said, if somebody gave you a box with everything that you lost, what's the first thing you would search for? And I said I would close that shit tight and throw it away, because if you lost it, you were meant to lose it. It was not supposed to be in your life. When you lose things, it means that the vibration of that thing or person and your vibration no longer match. So one has to go this way and one has to go this way, right? If there comes a time when they're supposed to match again, you may come back together, right? But you may not. You know, I don't want any of all the stuff that I lost. I see it as shedding. Do you want all your dead hair back? Do you want all your dead skin cells back? No. You want to move on to newness, onward and upward, right? So that's what this card is saying. There's a death and rebirth. You may be experiencing some symptoms of this death and rebirth. You may be getting nauseous. You may get headaches. You may be hearing like high-pitched sounds as well as your system is upgrading. You may get skin rashes. You may be super tired, super fatigued, because this kind of a transformation does require a lot of sleep, a lot of rest. You can look up ascension or awakening symptoms, and there may be things that resonate with what's going on with you, but just realize this is a transition. You're on like shaky ground, but it's gonna solidify soon, and it's going to solidify in a place that's better than you left it. And why is this happening? Because it's destined. I keep seeing that also. This is the number 10 Wheel of Fortune card. The number 10 represents accomplishment. 9 is the number of completion, right? You complete the stuff you have to do, and then you have to go to the number 10 to accomplish it. The universe wants you to succeed. God wants you to succeed. God wants you to accomplish all of your goals and dreams. God wants you to realize the hopes you've had were not just in vain. But there's things that you have to do on your end in order to experience accomplishment, in order to achieve your destiny. Some people have to let go of well-paying jobs because it has nothing to do with the purpose that you came here for. Just because it pays well, that's not what your soul signed up to do. All right, some of you have to let go of lifestyle. Some of you have to stop drinking. Some of you have to stop smoking. Some of you have to go vegan or vegetarian. Some of you have to move from your big city life to the country, or move from the country to the big city life. You have to make major life sacrifices and changes. You want love, but you love California, but the person who you love lives in Connecticut. So you might have to move. You have to make some choices, you know? And there's also a message about things not looking the way you thought they would look, where your expectation, disappointment comes from where your expectation, the in-between, or the difference of expectations versus reality, all right? You get disappointed when you think things are supposed to happen this way. It should happen this way. If Disney movies has taught us anything, is that life is not a Disney movie. They don't just happen perfectly. It doesn't, and everything is not all rainbows and unicorns and butterflies. This is real life shit we're dealing with, right? And so in order for you to accomplish your destiny, which is what we're here for, Earth School. We're here to burn off this karma. We're here to serve our purpose. We're here to accomplish our destiny. In order to do that, you may have to get off this merry-go-round, no, it's not fair, it is a merry-go-round. You may have to get off this merry-go-round where everything is cushy, you know what it's gonna look like, you're very comfortable, and you may have to proceed forward, okay? You may have to step outside of that comfort zone. But things that are happening to you right now were destined to happen to you, okay? You signed up for it on your soul contract. It's not to make you blame yourself, but it's to make you realize that, listen, if I'm going through this, it's because I need to burn off this karma so I don't have to come back the next lifetime and burn it off then, all right? So destined events are occurring right now. The card that we finished with here, look, there's another 7. There's a lot of 7s that I'm seeing right now. 7 is the number of spirituality, right? This is the 7 of staffs. It's telling you, 7 is also the number of patience. It's telling you like you have to be patient with yourself. You have to, not, like I said, not have any expectations. You have to take things one by one by one by one. You also have to look back on all the times, you know, fall 7 times, get back up 8. You have to look at all the times like when you thought you were done for, you thought life was over. I'm never going to be able to pay this bill. I'm never going to get out of this situation. I'm never going to be able to escape this or overcome this or get through this challenge. And you were able to get back to it. It's an assessment time. It's a time where you're looking at like, what I'm going to do. Am I gonna keep being down on myself, or I'm gonna realize that my practical / pessimistic nature is not getting me anywhere, and I'm going to shift to a more optimistic view? Am I going to be more faithful? Am I going to try again? You know, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? There's fire energy here. It's talking about now is the time to be passionate. Now is the time to just chase your dreams, to like grab life by the balls and go after the things you want, knowing that they will come slowly but surely, that resources will come to you slowly but surely. So there's a lot of change going on right now. There's a lot of love energy coming through. There's also women, in addition to women who are lovers or, you know, coming together on a romantic level, there's a lot of people who are being called right now to step into roles of women empowerment, you know, getting queens together for brunches, for retreats, for classes. It's unifying. Your purpose could be to unify these women, these strong women, to come together so that they can continue to heal and they can continue to serve their purpose. But the old you has to die in order for the new you to be born. Okay, and when the new you is born, this new version of you, I'm telling you, it's going to bring you to a higher level. You're gonna feel like you've accomplished so much. You're gonna feel like that Queen of Staffs energy, where like, I've done it, and now look at me, like I'm unbreakable, I'm unshakable, I'm unfuckwittable. You know, I'm not easily shaken. And so this is the spiritual lesson that you guys are learning right now. So these are the messages I have for you. If you'd like a more in-depth reading about what you need to do to get on your own personal path or to navigate your own personal path, please send me an email. The information again is in the description box. Past life readings, they've been going awesome. Those are like my favorite kind of readings to do. So make sure you get yourself one while they're on sale this week. Subscribe, please, my loves, to this channel. And I will talk to you guys on next Monday, okay? So have a fabulous week. Enjoy this good energy that's coming in. Enjoy this energy, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Peace.